G.L.A.M.s, it's your hosting in the channel with the Glam Life. Well, I'll be providing complete beauty tips, techniques, and testimonials to reveal the glam in you. If you are new to this channel, please click that red subscribe button below. And once again, thank you to all my returning viewers, subscribers, as well as followers. Back here with another video. This video is going to be again about hair greases. You all know how much I do love the hair greases, and this video is basically going to state basically be about the common ingredients that are found in hair greases. I have 8 ingredients that I'm going to be going over this evening on what you can find in most hair greases. Now, in the natural hair community, we often know and hear that grease does get a bad rap. They oftentimes say that grease is not good for your hair. It clogs the pores, which in turn won't allow the hair to grow. All those types of things that they do say negatively about hair grease. But as you all know, and I'm going to have some links in the description box below on my thoughts about the hair greases. Now, I feel that grease is not bad. Grease is actually good for your hair. And I'm going to prove it in this video, again, dispelling some of those myths by showcasing some common ingredients that are found in the hair greases. So again, I'm going to have 8 ingredients that I'll be going over, and the benefits of each ingredient that you will find in most hair greases across the board. And the first ingredient that I'm going to be going over is lanolin. Now, if you all see me looking to the side of my screen, I'm looking at some notes, so I'm just going to be glancing to make sure that I do stay on track and don't miss any of the points. Now, with lanolin, it gives the hair great shine. It also acts as a conditioning agent. Again, it is not a conditioner, because as you all know, greases are not conditioners. They are sealants, which help seals in the moisture or some type of conditioner that you do put on your hair. Lanolin also makes the hair more manageable. So not only does it add shine, make the hair more manageable, it also acts as a conditioning agent. It's also good in conditioning the scalp. If you have dandruff or if it feels kind of itchy, you apply that lanolin on. It'll help minimize it, in some cases even diminish the dryness altogether. So lanolin is a common ingredient that you will find with hair greases across the board. So ingredient number 2 is petrolatum, also known as Vaseline or ointment, the clear ointment that you put on your skin. Now, petrolatum is a major ingredient found in the hair grease. As a matter of fact, it's oftentimes the first one that is enlisted on the jar. It's usually is effective in managing the hair. So it makes it a little bit more manageable. It also locks and seals in moisture, and it helps also with the dry scalp issues, especially with dealing with natural hair. Our hair does, and our scalp does tend to get a little bit more drier. And when that scalp is dry, it sometimes can feel itchy and irritated. So applying that petrolatum along with the lanolin, like I stated in the first ingredient, can help diminish the dryness and the itchiness and any form of other irritation that may come as a result, just being natural overall. Now, it also can help with the petrolatum diminishing the split ends. Split ends are pretty much when your hair at the end gets frayed, it gets dried, it gets brittle, and then over time it begins to split. Applying the petrolatum directly to the ends of the hair can help smooth out those ends, provide that sealing, that necessary moisture that's needed to help prevent those split ends, which can turn make the hair more manageable. Because with your hair being split at the end, when it comes time to, let's say, detangle or separate the hair because you might want to put it into a style, having those ends frayed can kind of like cause more tangles, which it can turn cause breakage. So but applying that petrolatum directly to the ends of those hair and even on the scalp and also down the hair shaft, sealing that moisture is great. Now, there is a drawback to petrolatum. It can cause product buildup if you are not careful. Now, you all know me when you all have seen my tutorials with using hair greases. I use hair greases in the summertime, not as often as I use in the winter, because in the wintertime your skin as well as your scalp does tend to get a little bit more drier. So I do use a much heavier grease and a little bit more product in the winter. But in the summer, I kind of like draw back a little bit more, which in turn helps the style last a whole lot longer, which decreases the number of washes, which in turn can decrease the dryness in my hair as well as the dryness in my scalp. Which leads me to ingredient number 3, which is mineral oil. Mineral oil also has the ability to hold moisture, and it also has the ability to keep and retain the length of the hair. Many times, a lot of people feel that natural hair does not grow. You all have seen my lymph retention series, and I have showed you basically just simple stuff with just moisturizing your hair, sealing in the moisture along with hair vitamins, and just taking care of your scalp. Your hair is able to grow. Now, how you see the effects of that growth is by when you retain the length, which means whenever your hair grows, you're able to see some form of length over time. The mineral oil helps with that. Mineral oil creates a barrier over the strands, preventing moisture from escaping. Matter of fact, all the ingredients that I stated before, the petrolatum and the lanolin, has that same effect. This is also an excellent scalp conditioner and can also help rehydrate the hair. Now, you all know my thoughts with hydrating and conditioning. Greases are just sealants, so you're going to need a good moisturizer and conditioner prior to putting the grease over it to seal it all in. Now, my fourth ingredient is vitamin E, which is the tocopherol acetate. I guess that's the scientific term for vitamin E. Now, it gives life to dull hair and limp hair, and also makes it fuller and lustrous, and also promotes the hair growth. So that is also another common ingredient that you will find in most hair greases across the board. You may not find it in all, but you'll find it in most. Again, these 8 common ingredients, which is what I researched. I just took a whole bunch of hair greases, looked back there, and I just seen it common between all of them. Another common ingredient is safflower oil, not sunflower, safflower. It's a high content of oleic and linoleic acid, which benefits the hair tremendously. So it can be used to treat baldness and hair loss. So if you're suffering from, let's say, thinning edges, you may have alopecia, or you may have some thinning spots, that safflower oil can stimulate those follicles, which in turn can produce hair growth in those areas. Now, with alopecia, again, seek a medical professional on that. But if you apply that to the scalp, stimulate those follicles, regrowth of that hair could be present over due time. Again, dealing with natural hair, everything takes time. It's not instantaneous. It's not microwave. You're going to see those results over time. Basically, with the safflower oil, it also stimulates hair growth and strengthens the follicles, and it also helps keep your hair shiny and vibrant, and it can be used, it's also used in cosmetic applications. So you also see this in cosmetics as well. It also does the same thing if you consume it in food. So one thing about the safflower oil, you can not only put it on you, you can also consume it in you as well, which is also a great benefit. Which leads me to my 6th ingredient, which is the coconifera, which is coconifera, aka coconut oil. It's essential for scalp nourishment and helps grow longer, thicker hair faster. It helps detangle the hair without need for commercial products, and can even strengthen the hair. So if you have the coconut oil, you apply it directly to the ends to just begin to separate those ends. That's a natural detangler right there, which in turn you will have no need to get the commercial products or the conditioners to help detangle, which they are excellent detanglers. You all seen me detangle my hair with all kind of conditioners, but the coconut oil can also help aid with that. So that's also another common ingredient that you will find in the hair grease. And now to the 7th ingredient, which is the wheat germ oil. Wheat germ oil is enriched with vitamins, and that aids in hair growth and makes the hair shinier. It's also great for nourishing the scalp and preventing dandruff and hair loss. So along with the safflower oil, along and the wheat germ oil, you can see great effects with the hair growth and the fullness and the thickness of the hair, because it'll stimulate those hair follicles. And the last ingredient that you find, ingredient number 8, is castor oil. Castor oil can also prevent hair loss. It also treats dandruff and other scalp conditions. It also thickens hair and promotes hair growth. So basically these 8 ingredients, the lanolin, the petrolatum, the mineral oil, the vitamin E, along with safflower oil, wheat germ oil, and castor oil, along with coconut oil, you can find great benefits and see overall benefits to your hair. So next time you pick up a jar of hair grease, just look for some of those ingredients that I mentioned, and I guarantee that you'll find a product with proper use and time and patience, and the proper nourishment of your hair, you will see those results over time. So again, this video is just kind of like to show you all the ingredients that are out there put in hair grease, and I just want to kind of like break down what each ingredient does, because you have known that grease gets such a bad rap, and I am here to dispel all of that and to give it a good name. So again, if you are new to this channel, click that red subscribe button below. Until then, next time, G.L.A.M.s, be blessed and be glamorous.